largest crypto
I will
apps
fire Gary.
Hi everyone. Today we have actually got about the crypto sponsoring the Super Bowl, Hyundai moving treasury cash on a blockchain, and Meta Planet turning Bitcoin into a credit product. And one company that actually turned a $50,000 legal document into a subscription business. So let's actually get into it. The one that actually caught my eye was that the crypto conference has been preaching its core for years. And now the big marketing budgets are going somewhere else entirely. So, what is actually going on?
Okay, so this happens all the years, but this year we have seen crypto has actually outgrown its own audience. I'm saying this because this time marketing budgets have moved to mainstream events such as Kraken has become official crypto exchange for FIFA World Cup 2026, and it has an estimated impressions around 5 billion plus on its brand. Solana is sponsoring the World Series for poker, and like ESPN is making a ballpark estimate that around 300 million homes are receiving this broadcast. KuCoin is the exclusive crypto partner for Tomorrowland music concert, and for this partnership is for their ticket and merch sales via crypto. And people are estimating 400K people will view in person the brand itself, and 1.5 billion after movie views will be taken. And Coinbase has bought both the Super Bowl ad and Oscars ad slot. So the estimated reach in this is 125.6 million Super Bowl ad reach and 18 million views in Oscars. And even further, if you see prediction markets such as Polymarket and Kalshi, they have been doing normal outreach across the world from way too long. And there's also proof that it's working. Polymarket's World Cup betting volume went from 138K dollars to $6 billion plus within just 4 years. So these guys are also getting mainstream adoption.
So, you're saying that the mass reach is actually working. So, but you also mentioned there is a second weird story buried in here. So, what is it all about?
Okay. So the core idea is new money arrives in two different shapes. One is a billion retail users depositing, let's say, $10-20, small amounts via banking style apps, or else you can get some wealthy individuals to get in their wealth into your protocol and you can match the same amount of money, right? And where do we see these wealthy individuals hang out? And if crypto is focusing on those spaces, that's that's a key thing to note. Like according to crypto nomads, crypto barely touches these events where big shots hang out. Like it's art fairs, like Art Dubai, yacht shows. Monaco yacht shows attracts around 70 super yachts, and average buyer is around 47-year-old self-made billionaires. There, somebody can run ads, golf, and classic car shows, family offices events. Like family offices run invite-only events, where huge family offices in the sense like people with generational volume for 10, 15 generations. So they would have their own investment firms, right? Those guys, to attend those kind of events, the entry itself is charged around $5K. And there is a mention that crypto can focus on these kind of events to get in the massive money to flow inside their protocols.
Okay. So, it is about the trust network and not about the impression, you're saying. Let's actually move to the favorite kind of story. Here we have a boring sounding business that's actually printing money. So, can you please elaborate about that $50K PDF?
Okay. So this news was actually interesting for me because crypto, I think, is always gets money from doing innovative stuff and some new stuff which nobody has done yet. But this proved me wrong because in July 1, MiCA regulations kicked in across the European Union, and over 80% of Europe's registered crypto firms suddenly went out of compliance. What's the reason is like even Binance had to take off USDT out of their exchanges because it did not have any MiCA regulation. So, so the pain point is now every token which needs to trade in European Union, EU region needs a MiCA white paper to stay listed. And legal firms charge around $50,000 per paper to create that paper. Okay. So a alliance called MiCA Crypto Alliance turned that into a productized template. Like they came up with a workflow where any company can approach them and within 24 hours they will create a MiCA white paper for them. So whatever companies became out of compliance all become their consumers, right? Their what to say clients now. And why it works so well is also regulatory deadlines convert skeptics into in bulk. Like if there is an actual deadline, if there is no deadline, let's say, crypto companies may be like, okay, we will do this someday other, we will do this after 2 3 months. There's no rush. But if you have a concrete deadline, then companies know that okay, we need these legal stuff to get sorted within that date, and to make it happen, they go to these kind of events. And European Union also put out this timeline 2 years before itself. So the government pressure itself is creating the new leads for these companies. Like there is no marketing spend also. Automatically, these companies are getting all the customers they want. And Anand,
So, what is the actual lesson here for someone building in this space?
okay. So two takeaways to take off. Like one is find your own 50K PDF generating business. Like look for recurring pain points that gets solved by expensive one-off documents. It can be audit reports, it can be legal opinions, it can be privacy compliance, it can be market maker agreements. Like these actually audit reports and privacy compliance itself is a huge market. There are so many audit reports company which make money just because every company needs a proper audit. So they have to go to some one or the other company to have an report. That's one. Second is regulatory deadlines are also free go to market. Like now EU bought in regulations like that other countries will also bring in regulations, right? So in those countries you can set up business which resolves those countries' pain points. So you have a recurring template which you can use worldwide.
Okay. Now, for something that feels very genuine, that crypto grows up moment. So, that is all about Hyundai. What do you think about that?
Huh. So Hyundai is world's third largest car maker by vehicle sales, and they have become the first major South Korean company to run live cross-border treasury transfers on a blockchain, and they chose Avalanche. So these cross-border exchange is within their company. It's like internal cash transfer, not for public, and this itself is a really good welcome change. Like Avalab's APAC head just said that this isn't a sandbox test, it's already real treasury management. So what they did as a pilot was 20K dollars was moved from Hyundai Motor America to Hyundai Motor Mexico. The USD was converted into USDT and while arrival was converted back to USD. So this was internally led by the Hyundai card credit card unit. And this transfer took around 7 minutes, where traditional banking takes around 3 to 4 hours, right? And so the next plan is to expand these to more corridors and currencies. And second pilot will also start in Hyundai's European subsidiaries in partnership with Circle and Visa. So what this news is like, now companies individually can also use crypto to transfer their money across their subsidiary in worlds, across borders, easily via using crypto and can have lower time to receive the payments, much more trackability, and much more like how blockchain gives so many powers over programmable money. You get all those features and companies can use them.
Hmm. So, finally, we have about the Meta Planet. It's a big treasury company. What are they actually building now?
Okay. So Metaplanet is third largest publicly traded Bitcoin firm in the world,
Okay.
holding around 43,000 Bitcoin, just next to MicroStrategy and 21 Capital. These are the companies at first and second. Third is Metaplanet. And they are now trying to pilot a new loan product or a credit product based on Bitcoin itself in Japan. So US already has Bitcoin loan product. So Metaplanet is trying to bring Bitcoin backed digital credit using BTC as collateral for debt instruments that pay daily interest. This market already exists in US but not yet in Japan. The goal is to enable 24/7 365 days trading and settlement of these credit instruments.
So why does Japan actually need this?
Okay, so Japan's traditional credit or bond market favors large corporations with public bond offerings. So if you take mid-sized and growth companies facing high cost or operational burden like i- issuance, investor management, interest payments, etc., and so having tokenized credit in those markets could lower the barrier for increased credit for these kind of companies. And the selling point of this digital version is also like 24 into 7 global trading, automated pro rata interest calculation. So pro rata interest in the sense, uh, there is no set block. Like if you take credit for let's say 1.5 days, you will just get interest calculated for that specific time period. You can have loan for 30, 45 days, 27 days. Like, so there's no set limit like you should pay at least 1 month's interest. There's nothing like that. How much ever you hold to the capital, that much ever interest is enough. So this was a very good cover up for this week. And as an end note, I want to mention that Robinhood chain had huge inflows from other chains for its meme coin mania. Even though their launchpad Nox got drugged, the mania is not stopping anytime soon, and it also flipped Ethereum in 24 hours trading volume. Let's see for next week what and all news we have got for you. So for that, stay tuned for Coin Diary and see you soon.